Hormones. What are hormones? Hormones are like little taxis that when they get the signal to go somewhere, that's where they're going to go and perform their action. So, uh, some hormones can be synthesized immediately, some take days and up to weeks to be made. So, things like cortisol and adrenaline can be made immediately, and some other things like some other hormones like thyroid hormone can take up to days or weeks to be made because they're made in such large quantities. So there are different types of hormones, and they're also made from different types of starting material. So for example, your sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, those are mainly made from cholesterol. Your thyroid hormone or insulin, those are made from protein and amino acids. And so, like I said earlier, it depends on the type of hormone, where the hormone is going, and what the hormone's action is. It depends how long it takes for that hormone to be made, and also how long it takes for it to be secreted. So if you guys have any questions about hormones, please drop them below, and I'll be sure to help you answer them. So some of the things that can influence hormone production is how much protein you're eating. So how much protein you're eating, of course, is going to determine how much hormones you're going to make. But that doesn't mean because you eat more protein, you're going to make more hormones. Certain hormones require a certain threshold of protein to be eaten in order for it to be made. So if you're eating like a completely protein deficient diet, you're more than likely not going to make that hormone, and it's just not going to happen. Same thing goes for hormones that are made from cholesterol. Just because you eat a whole bunch of more cholesterol doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make more testosterone based off how much cholesterol you ate. Your body has a lot of mechanisms to rate how much hormone is made. So the body always just wants to be in balance. It doesn't want to be out of balance. So again, just because you eat 30 eggs in one day does not mean that you're going to have, super high testosterone or something like that. These things take time to make. And again, your body has different rate limiting steps to determine how much testosterone you're being made. So Santi said hi, Ron said hi, Peter said hi. Hello guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about hormones. So if you guys have any questions about hormones, please drop them below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can for you. So hello to everyone that's joining this live stream. We're going to talk about some hormones. So if you're interested about hormones, please just drop your questions down and I'll do my best to answer them. Of course, this isn't medical advice. This is just prior knowledge that I have. This is just educational purposes. So I'll do my best based off my research that I've done to answer the questions as best as I can. So again, guys, we're talking about hormones. So if you guys have questions about hormones, you have anything like that, please drop the questions below. I'll answer them for you. So someone said, is that your job? So my job is I work as a physician assistant. I work in the medical field. I also did 3 to 4 years of research in my undergrad, learning about hormones and stuff like that. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Let's see. So hormones right now, guys, is a big topic. A lot of people are interested in their hormones. How can I balance hormones? What can I do to, make my hormones better, etc. A lot of the things it isn't very complicated. You just have to. Most of the things in life are very simple, but people like to make them complicated. So some of the easiest, fastest things you can do to help regulate your hormones right now, guys, is to start sleeping better, eating better, moving more, and having less stress. So those are the 4 things that are the most important to help to balance your hormones, because if any one of those things are off, your hormones are not going to be optimized. So again, it's going to be sleep, eating well, and well-balanced meals, not you know. So by well-balanced meals, guys, I don't mean just a banana in the morning for breakfast, or just a protein shake by itself, or just bacon by itself. You know, it's always best to have your meals balanced. So you always want to have a protein, carbohydrate, and fat, and that way you can. It'll be the best possible way for you to balance out your hormones. So it says here, is it anything to do? Is it do anything to your feelings? G, GFA. I don't know what you mean by that. Can you clarify that a little bit more? Your question. So again, back to balanced meals. So we want to have enough protein, we want to have enough carbohydrates, and we want to have enough fat. So when, for example, if you were to eat just starchy foods like just bread by itself, your insulin is going to rise very high, and then it's going to drop very quickly, and then that is going to spike your cortisol to keep your blood sugar balanced. So a lot of people that just wake up and eat oatmeal, they just eat a banana, they just eat white rice or anything like that, then you're going to have a big spike in insulin, then you're going to get that crash, and then you're going to get that cortisol spike. And it's going to make you feel irritable, you're not going to feel too good. So it says here, like, does your feelings change? Are you asking me, like, do your hormones change how you feel? Or are you asking me how you feel changes your hormones? So that's one of the first most important things, is eating well-balanced meals. The second thing is getting enough sleep. Now, you don't need to do anything fancy. I know there's a bunch of people online saying, oh, you need to do, you know, your room has to be at this perfect temperature, it has to be pitch black, it has to be, you know, without noise, all this different stuff, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Just try to do your best and sleep your 7 to 8 hours a night. As undisturbed as possible would be ideal. So try to avoid a lot of water or beverages, you know, before going to sleep. So GFOL output here, how many hours should you sleep? So just a recommendation based off the research, 7 to 8 hours is optimal for most people. For example, for me, if I sleep 10 hours, I feel more tired. But if I sleep less, I for sure feel more tired. And I feel like I don't have enough energy for the next day. So sleeping is crucial, guys. Sleeping helps to recharge everything, all of your body systems. It's resetting everything. It's resetting your baseline for stress and everything. So make sure that you guys are getting enough sleep every single night. Let's see here. The third thing is movement. So moving your body. So either walking or lifting weights. These types of things, guys. These types of things also secrete hormones. So your muscles have release certain chemicals that act like hormones and can influence how much hormones you're making, or if you need to make more hormones. So for example, if you do a lot of heavy weightlifting, a lot of people know that you'll start to produce more testosterone. For males, that's most males want more testosterone, and even in females, females think that if they lift heavy weights that they're gonna, you know, their muscles are gonna get too big, and these types of things. But that's not necessarily true, because again, hormones are regulated by, every person has their own, their hormones are regulated by lots of things in the body. It doesn't just work that fast. So GFLS put here, what about using the bathroom? What do you mean by that, GFLS? Like, do you mean like urinating? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that question means, man. Can you try to clarify a little bit more? So that's the third most important thing, is moving your body, getting the muscles active. That's also going to help balance your hormones. And the fourth thing is to reduce stress levels. Stress is a major determinant factor for hormone production. So if you're constantly stressed, you're in a fight or flight state, you have high cortisol, you're not going to make the appropriate hormones for certain things. So if you have high cortisol, that's going to block testosterone production. That's also going to block growth hormone production. And it's going to wreak havoc. It's going to send signals to your muscles to shrink your muscles, to use it for fuel and sugar. So we want to make sure that we're doing things every day to kind of mitigate the stress response in our life. So, you know, things like meditation, going on a 10-15 minute walk to kind of clear your mind, you know, listening to music that you guys like to listen to, all those things help to reduce stress. Also, again, eating balanced meals is also going to help to reduce your stress. A lot of people right now are into fasting or cold plunge. That's something that I'm not really big into myself because I've done cold plunge and I've done fasting, and I feel like for me it makes me more stressed out. So those are just things to keep in mind throughout the day. If you guys have any more questions, please just drop them below.